the young and the restless spoilers. Victor's dilemma, the power struggle between the Newmans and the Abbotts. Victor Newman, the powerful and influential CEO of Newman Enterprises, had always been a man of vision and ambition. He saw potential where others saw obstacles, and one such potential was Kyle Abbott, a young, ambitious member of the rival Abbott family. Victor believed that bringing Kyle into the Newman fold would not only strengthen his company but also potentially mend some long-standing rifts between the two powerful families. However, convincing others of his intentions was proving to be a far more daunting task. Victor approached Claire, Kyle's devoted girlfriend, with a sense of determination. He explained his desire to bring Kyle into Newman Enterprises, emphasizing the opportunities it would present for Kyle's career and their collective future. "Claire, I see a bright future for Kyle at Newman. He has the skills and the drive to succeed here, and I want to give him that chance," Victor stated, his voice calm but resolute. Claire, however, was not easily swayed. She had seen the fallout from the intense rivalry between the Abbotts and the Newmans firsthand and was deeply concerned about the implications of Victor's proposal. "Victor, I can't believe you think this is a good idea. Bringing Kyle into Newman will only reignite the feud between our families." "I don't want to see Kyle caught in the middle of that," Claire responded, her voice tinged with both worry and frustration. Victor attempted to reassure her, but Claire's conviction was unshakable. She was determined to protect Kyle from the potential fallout. "Victor, you might mean well, but I can't let Kyle get hurt. He's needed at Jabot, with his father. That's where he belongs," she insisted, her eyes pleading with Victor to understand. The tension between the two grew as Victor realized the depth of Claire's resistance. "Claire, Kyle is a grown man. He can make his own decisions. This is an opportunity for him to grow beyond Jabot, to step out of his father's shadow," Victor argued, his frustration beginning to show. But Claire was adamant. "If Kyle decides to work with you, Victor, I will have no choice but to end our relationship. I can't stand by and watch him walk into a trap. I won't let our future be sacrificed over a family feud that should have ended long ago," she declared, her voice breaking slightly with emotion. Kyle, who had been eavesdropping on their conversation, finally stepped in. "Claire, this is my decision. I appreciate your concern, but you can't interfere in matters of business. This is about my career, my future," he said firmly. Claire's eyes filled with tears. She had given Kyle all the advice and support she could muster, but his mind was made up. "Kyle, if you go down this path, you'll be alone. Victor doesn't care about you, he only cares about his empire. Don't you see that?" she implored, her voice shaking. Kyle, feeling the weight of his decision, responded coldly, "Claire, I know what I'm doing. You need to respect that. This is my chance to make something of myself." With a heavy heart, Claire made her final decision. "I can't be with someone who is willing to throw away everything for a power play. Goodbye, Kyle," she said softly, turning away from him with tears streaming down her face. Kyle watched her leave, feeling a pang of regret but also a resolve to pursue the path he had chosen. He had been drawn into Victor's web of power and influence, and now, there was no turning back. He had alienated Claire, the one person who had always stood by him, and now he faced an uncertain future, entangled in the complex and dangerous game of corporate warfare. Victor watched the scene unfold with a mix of satisfaction and concern. He had achieved his goal of bringing Kyle closer, but at what cost? The rift between the Newmans and the Abbotts had deepened, and the collateral damage was becoming all too apparent. As Kyle immersed himself in his new role at Newman Enterprises, the weight of his decisions began to bear down on him. He found himself isolated, the camaraderie he had once enjoyed at Jabot replaced by the cutthroat world of corporate politics. Victor's influence was both a blessing and a curse, offering opportunities while also tightening its grip around Kyle's independence. Claire, meanwhile, struggled to move on from the heartbreak. She couldn't shake the feeling that Kyle was headed for a downfall, and her instincts told her that Victor's machinations would only lead to disaster. She watched from afar, hoping that Kyle would eventually see the truth and break free from the cycle of power and betrayal. The question remained, would Kyle realize the trap he had fallen into before it was too late? And could Claire's love and wisdom ever reach him again, or had the lure of power consumed him entirely?